emergency.
Today on Rescue 911, a hiking nightmare. Serene snow-capped mountains turn disastrous for two friends.
Here was my friend dying in front of me.
Now rescuers must perform a daring save.
This is the first time we actually had to pull anybody out of there for real.
Rescue 911.
When tragedy strikes and help is far away, minutes can seem like a lifetime. I'm William Shatner. Tonight on Rescue 911, true stories of choices that threaten futures and change lives. We begin on the morning of February 5th, 1992, as members of a mountaineering club set out to scale the ice-covered walls of a canyon just outside Ouray, Colorado. This was the first time these three members of the Los Alamos Mountaineering Club had gone ice climbing together. Jan Studebaker had 12 years climbing experience.
We had decided on several areas that looked like prime candidates for ice climbing. The first and easiest in our mind was Box Canyon.
Chris Brislon, also an experienced climber, was new to the club.
Box Canyon is a spectacular area because it's such a narrow, confined little canyon with all this ice on either side of it. You have to go down into it to climb back out.
Box Canyon has climbs of varying difficulty, varying heights, from 50 or 60 feet to 170 feet.
The third man, John Meyer, was an experienced rock climber, but had only been ice climbing once before.
John has a real go-for-it attitude. Even if he doesn't know how to do something, he's ready to jump in, and his fear factor is low. That's gotten him into a number of problems in the past.
I'm going first, right?
We thought that this might be a good place to do our ice climbing, but we weren't absolutely certain because we couldn't see from the very top to the bottom. So the only way to do it was to throw the rope literally out into the air and let it drape over the hummock of ice and then rappel down.
Look out below!
Typical rope is 165 feet long. So the doubled over rope gives you a little over 80 feet to rappel on. I thought that would get us to the bottom.
All right, you're good. I see you later.
The cliffs go straight down, literally right into the river. Jan went down first.
I rappelled, keeping track of the end of the rope. I realized it wasn't going to get us down to the bottom.
Chris was watching from the top of the frozen waterfall.
I heard Jan hollering, but of course I couldn't see him. I couldn't see down into the gorge that close to the base of the cliff.
I had on my crampons and I had my ice tools nearby, and so I got off the rope and I down climbed to the ground.
The rope's too short!
I started pulling up one end of the rope and feeding line down the other end until it would reach the bottom. Finally, he said, yes, it reaches the bottom now. So we now had one long strand going all the way down to the river to rappel on. So I grabbed what I thought was the short end of the rope and pulled it up and piled it in the snow right at the top of the cliff.
I was sorting my gear, not paying a whole lot of attention to what was happening.
When we continue,
John was gurgling and I knew his lungs were in bad trouble, and I was very concerned. I remember thinking that here was my friend dying in front of me.
When 50-year-old John Myers slipped off the end of a rope while ice climbing and fell 50 feet down the face of a frozen waterfall, another climber, Chris Brislon, ran to call for help. Craig O'Connell, an off-duty paramedic, happened to be climbing nearby.
I knew he had fallen quite a ways. I'm thinking along the lines of, is he still alive?
Slow down, you can hurt him worse.
I got to the victim and assessed him real quick. He seemed unresponsive.
John was gurgling, and I knew his lungs were in bad trouble. He was not breathing correctly, and I was very concerned. I remember thinking at that moment that here was my friend dying in front of me.
The Ouray Mountain Volunteer Rescue Team was dispatched to Box Canyon. Among those who responded was Bill Whitt.
We always train constantly on the ice. We're always out climbing. But this is the first time we actually had to pull anybody out of there for real.
I wasn't hearing any noise, any sounds from him. Went ahead and did a jaw thrust and opened his airway. As soon as I manipulated his airway, he started breathing on his own. He was a little bit combative at first, which made me think more about a head injury.
Settle down. Settle down. John.
Underneath his right armpit, he had some subcutaneous air, little air bubbles in the skin, which let me know that he had punctured a lung.
Almost an hour after John fell 50 feet to the bottom of the canyon, the first rescue workers arrived on the scene, including EMT Bill Dwelly.
Bill, who's the paramedic I heard about?
Right here.
The victim at that time was still pretty wild looking. He was feeling a lot more pain to breathe. And the more consciousness he regained, the more pain he started feeling. All right, let's get one arm. Let's get his good arm out here where I can work on it, all right?
The only way they could get John out of the narrow canyon was to hoist him back up the frozen waterfall.
Nobody on our team gets hurt trying to save someone else. Because it doesn't do anybody any good if now we've got two people to rescue. So we always take our time. We think far in advance of what we want to do. And everything is completely bomb-proof so no one else gets hurt.
EMT Randy Gerke was carefully lowered down on a pulley system with the Stokes basket.
When I started from the top and realized where the climber had fallen from, it was surprising to me that he was doing as well as he was doing. We knew that there was decreased breath sounds on one side, which can be fatal very quickly. Whenever they breathe in, the air escapes from their lungs and goes inside of their chest cavity and begins to collapse the lung.
All right, we almost got you out of here. Just hang in there. Keep breathing.
Usually we put the litter in a horizontal position and then we put two people to tend the litter on the way up. In this case, we wanted to save weight and gain speed. As we were coming up, it was very difficult because the climbers that were doing the counterweight, they would knock ice and snow debris from the top, and some of the ice chunks were probably, 4 or 5 pounds.
It's a real fine line having too many guys on the rope and having them go way too fast or not enough and having to pull. So we were constantly playing with the system.
Every part of that rescue was dangerous. I think we worked as a team better because we knew that John had a chance, but he only had a chance if we spent as little time as we could to get him out. This particular time of the year, there was a lot of ice buildup. It made it very, very difficult to stabilize the litter on top of the pipe.
From the trestle, it's a 200-foot vertical drop into the bottom of the canyon. So when we rig something up, we want to make sure it's safe enough that everybody can be on it and there's plenty of strength left over.
You're almost there.
50 yards, bud.
The accident had only occurred a few hundred yards from the road, and it took 5 hours to get him back to the road. It really brings home how serious an accident up in the high mountains is.
50-year-old John Meyer was treated for hypothermia, a collapsed lung, and 6 broken ribs, and released after a week in the hospital.
I think it's an absolute miracle that he's not dead. Most people, if they fell that distance, would be dead today. Without all those things coming together and people taking care of him immediately on the bottom, I think, it could have been a different story.
I was really impressed by the communication between the members of the rescue team, asking for confirmation. What do you think of this anchor? How does this look? All the things, of course, that we hadn't been doing when we set up the rappel.
It's been a year since John's fall.
The basic lesson that I really learned is that you make mistakes. I think all three of the people that were involved in the accident, all of us made mistakes. And if any of us had not done one of those things, there would have been nothing to happen.
John has no plans to ice climb again.
My advice to anyone is to find the right training. Because if you go out with a little bit of knowledge, then you can very easily get yourself into big trouble. And if you go out with no equipment because you can't afford it, chances are we're coming to get you.
I don't know how you thank the people that did the rescue. There's no way of really expressing the gratitude I feel to it. I mean, I'm very profoundly grateful to them for what they did.
Next,
the heat was so intense you couldn't get out the door. The only way out was the small bedroom windows, approximately 25 to 30 feet above the ground.
on the morning of September 17th, 1991, Tammy Lomax and her two small children were asleep at their apartment complex in Lago Vista, Texas, when she suddenly awoke to a nightmare that every parent fears.
Apparently the mother was asleep in bed with her 3-year-old son. And she awoke to find that the room was full of heavy smoke and heat.
Honey, come here. Holly?
She had another child in the second bedroom.
Holly?
The heat was so intense she couldn't get out the door. The only way out was the small bedroom windows that were approximately 25 to 30 feet above the ground.
Apartment manager Gussie McBride had just returned home from her morning walk.
I was in my office and I heard someone calling for help. And I saw Tammy hanging out the window and with smoke coming out, and it like just scared me to death.
Can you get to the kid?
She was very scared that she wasn't going to get out, and she was really concerned about the little girl because she was in another bedroom.
Can you get out? No, don't jump.
And she says, I'm going to jump. And I says, no, don't jump. Let me go call in.
Hold on, I'm going to go call the fire department.
The smoke was really boiling out the window, and it really scared me because I didn't know what I was going to do because I knew it was going to take time for the fire department to get here.
Gussie's call for help was relayed to the town's all-volunteer fire department.
Lago Vista Fire Department, structure fire, Lago Vista Way and Down Drive.
The first volunteers to arrive on the scene were EMT Jean Reno and her partner.
I was not prepared for this at all because we thought that it was just going to be a structure fire, and we did not know that people were trapped.
Fire department's on its way. We're going to get
It was a long way to jump, and that's why we encouraged her not to try to jump.
While the EMTs looked for a ladder, Lago Vista police officer Tony Estes arrived.
The lady said she wanted to jump.
Don't jump, man. Don't jump.
I told her, stay, I'll try to get you out the front. I checked the doorknob. It wasn't hot. There was heavy smoke and heat, very toxic. I could see approximately 2 to 3 feet. There was no way I could get in the front of the apartment. I needed to get him out and get him out quick.
Hey, man, stay there.
That's when I thought of my patrol car.
Volunteer firefighter Jim Tully got to the scene almost immediately.
She was willing to lower the child down to us, but he was putting up a struggle. The building itself was almost to the point of flashover, which basically means that everything in the building was to the extent of becoming so hot to where even the air catches on fire.
Come on, we got you right here. Come on, lower him down. Come on, lower him down. Grab your hands. Reach out.
I know if I was that young, being held out a two-story window upside down, I'd be pretty scared myself.
Come on. There you go. We've got him. All right, we got him. We got him. All right, we got him. Take him down. Take him down. Take him down.
I told the lady to turn around and hold on to the window and lower herself down, and I would catch her.
Get the hold of the window sill. Lower yourself. Lower yourself. We'll catch you. Lower yourself down slow. Lower slow. Slow and easy. We'll catch you. That's it. We'll catch you. All right. Okay, we got you. Turn loose. Okay.
Coming down off the patrol cars when she told me she had another baby that was trapped in another bedroom.
761 PD, we still have people in the fire.
I looked up at the window where the other baby was supposed to be, and I couldn't see anything. I really didn't think we'd get the baby out. I didn't think that we had time.
Well, just come on over here.
It was just an awful feeling. I just wanted him to hurry up and, get her out.
There she is. She's on the left. See her little hand?
Within 5 minutes of the call, the engine company arrived, led by Captain M.J. Duke.
There were several people yelling at me as I got out of the truck. There was a little girl still up in the bedroom over to the left.
Get her out. We need to get her out.
I really don't even know how she was still conscious because the heat and the smoke was so bad. When you have that much smoke in a building to where it's starting to come out of the cracks, you know that it's pretty well saturated in there, even down to floor level. I didn't put on self-contained breathing apparatus because I knew the time was real crucial.
Right up there. Which window is she in?
I was afraid of getting glass on her, so I moved over one window. When I heard the thump, it sounded like something falling off the couch. My heart about dropped because I was afraid that she might have fallen and might not be able to get back up. And I knew there was no way that I could reach her from where I was had she fallen off the couch.
See her?
I can't see her anywhere.
Come here, little girl. Come over to me.
All I could do was stand there and wait for him to get Holly out. I actually thought, she's not going to make it. We're over here together and we're going to get out and she's not going to get out. I didn't even want to think about it.
Gotta be right in there.
All of a sudden, she stood up there in front of me.
I got her. Come on. It's okay.
She didn't even look like a real child. She looked almost like a baby doll that had a lot of soot on it.
It's okay. It's okay. You're
Once I got her down below off the ladder, she stopped breathing.
When I first was handed the child, she was in very bad shape. She was lifeless. I was just struck by how hot her body was.
Okay, lady, wake up, babe.
Holly.
Holly, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Holly. Come on, Holly. Okay, come on, Holly.
Within, I would say, 5 minutes, she did open her eyes. It was an incredible feeling to know that the baby was really breathing. We felt pretty confident that she was going to make it.
Being on a volunteer fire department like I am, the only thing that you receive from it is just gratification. I always said if I could ever just save one life, it would make it all worth it, and it truly does. When I pulled her out, I couldn't have felt any better if I'd been handed $1 million.
Tammy Lomax and her 2 children were treated and released the same day. According to fire investigators, the blaze was caused by a smoldering cigarette. Two months later, the Lomax family has begun to put the painful memories behind them.
I didn't know what I would have done if I'd lost Holly. And if it wasn't for the fire department and the volunteers and the policemen and everybody, I don't think we would have made it out. They really worked hard and fast. And I'm just grateful to all of them.
Her husband, Mike, is also grateful.
When I see my kids today, I look and just see how lucky I am, because I could not have them out in the yard watching them play. I thank God that they're safe and they're still here.
Something good did come from this. The volunteer fireman, Jim Tully, that helped the policeman rescue us, we're real good friends with now, him, his wife, and his little girl. We see each other just about every day.
The most important lesson to be learned here is be careful with cigarette smoking, because anything could happen. If there had been a smoke detector in this building, they probably could have gotten out before it turned into a life-threatening situation.
I think it's really important to have smoke detectors in your house, apartment, condo, whatever you live in, because it could save your life. When I see my kids today, I just thank God they're my life. I think we're a really lucky family. Really lucky.
On the afternoon of March 13th, 1992, at their home in Grants Pass, Oregon, Joetta Sherrard was tragically reminded that despite our best intentions, when children are involved, it only takes a moment for the unthinkable to happen.
Hey, you guys, I want you to sit down and watch a cartoon. I'm going to leave for a few minutes.
I normally don't leave my kids alone at home, but I had to run an errand. The kids didn't want to go with me, so I thought, well, they'll be okay here. Nothing can happen while I'm gone. I'm only going to be gone just a few minutes.
I don't want any rough stuff while I'm gone, you guys understand?
The younger children were left in the care of Michael, who was almost 12.
Let's go do something. What? I told my friend Evan that this cartoons were getting boring, so we went outside because we decided we wanted to play tag.
Get up here! Over here! Here, quick! Oh, yeah, you can't get the ball. Yeah? Come on!
Sure hope this succeeds in fixing this old tree, Dad.
John Miller and his father were working in the yard next door.
My dad asked me to help him do some odd jobs over there in one of his rental houses. I had noticed a lot of horseplay, which is typical of boys.
Yeah, you're right there.
It was not anything that alarmed me. I'm used to boys cutting up and having fun and making noise.
I was it, and I went after Ben, and it just happened real quick.
I'm sorry, Ben!
All I saw was just blood everywhere, and I started screaming. I just said, "Oh my God, oh my God."
When we continue.
The first thing I heard when the call came in was a child screaming, "Oh my God." That sets our blood going.
Cut his arm? Yes.
Emergency. Excuse me. What's wrong?
The second hand to the door, and it cut it so bad. His arm.
He's cut his arm? Has he cut his arm?
Yes.
On glass?
Yes. He stuck it to the door.
Okay, we're going to send an ambulance. Medic 1.
He's hurting bad. There's blood everywhere.
Okay, this is what I want
Medic
you to do.
Medic 1, stand by for the
how old are
page.
you?
Hemorrhage picked up. 11.
Grants Pass Josephine County Dispatcher Sue Illiams, a 10-year veteran, took over the call from a trainee.
The first thing I heard when the call came in was a child screaming, "Oh my God." That sets our blood going. You want to reach out and grab this child and say, "It's going to be okay. I'm going to help you through this."
I rushed to him, and I'd never seen such an ugly cut in my life.
Right there, Dad.
I had a lot of training in the Navy in first aid, and so we elevated his arms. We applied the pressure. I knew that if we did not stop the bleeding, that this boy was going to die on me. And I was not going to let that happen.
Okay, this is what I want you to do, okay?
Florence Lane.
Listen to me. Is the glass still in his arm?
I don't know.
Okay, what did he cut it on?
A glass through a window. Derek, get over here. Get out the glass.
Listen to me. How many are there of you over there?
There's two guys coming over, and then my friend and my brother.
How old is your brother?
Benjamin. He's 7.
11. This is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to wrap it. Get a clean towel or something, okay? And put it around the blood and just put direct pressure. Do you know what direct pressure means? No. Okay, direct pressure means to cover it with something clean and just hold it there. Don't squeeze real hard. Yes, there's an adult on this.
They need a towel, a clean towel.
What's your name?
I'll put down Michael Sherrard.
Okay, Michael.
Can I put down the phone real quick so I can go get it?
You can put down the phone real quick. Don't hang up, though.
Let's lay this down, right down there.
In the back of my mind, I was afraid this lad was not going to live. In a way, I was angry about that thought. I've always felt it unfair by fate that a child has to die.
Everything's gonna be okay.
If I was going to do my part, fate was going to have a fight.
Michael, your brother's not gonna die, okay? He's not gonna die. He just cut his arm, okay? We got an ambulance. Well, yeah, you know, blood is a very scary thing.
Come here, dear. It's okay.
Okay, if you get upset, he's gonna get upset.
It's okay,
Michael, you're doing good. What's your brother's name?
Benjamin Sherrard.
Okay, you tell Benjamin, say we're gonna fix you up.
What?
Who's that?
Benjamin's outside. He cut his arm.
Who are you talking to now?
My mom. She just got back.
Okay.
You want to talk to her?
Yeah, let me talk to your mom.
Accidentally pushed. What the hell happened? Oh my God!
Let me talk to your mom. Get your mom on the phone now. Get her on the phone now. Get her on the phone now. Get her on the phone.
It's 911 here.
There were two men standing out there and they wouldn't let me see him. And that was real hard for me. I just wanted to hold him and they wouldn't let me see him.
Hi. You're okay, all right? Let's not get all excited here. We're going to scare Benjamin, okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're doing... Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're doing just fine. Michael, call 911. We've got an ambulance that should be there any second.
I can't breathe, but I don't think they could find my house.
Okay, you need to calm down, okay? Because it's not going to help anyone. The ambulance is on Florence Lane, okay? He's there
Will
now.
they let me go with you?
Sure, sure they will.
Go back.
Okay, they're on scene now. I'm going to keep you on the line until I know that you're calmed down a little, okay? It's not going to help the paramedics if you guys are all upset there. Okay, Benjamin's going to be all right.
I was really scared. I was just in so much shock I couldn't believe it. I just didn't want him to die.
What's your name?
Joetta.
Okay, Joetta, you need to calm down for everybody, okay?
Okay.
Now, how's Benjamin doing?
He's calm. He looks really pale, though.
Okay, all right.
There's so much blood on the ground.
Okay, a little blood goes a long way, and we've got the ambulance there. They're going to check on him. Okay. Now, do you think you can sort of maintain? You're going to be okay. I don't want you to get upset because then that'll upset Benjamin, and then everybody will get upset again. And you being mom needs to be strong right now.
I'm a wimp, though. I can't.
You're not a wimp. Hey, you're not a wimp.
Okay.
Will you be strong for me, Joetta? All right. You take care of yourself.
Okay, my neighbor's here with me, so I should be
I want you to be strong. Hey, you're not a wimp. You be strong, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Go for it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
When we hang up after a high emotional call such as that one, the frustration is so high that you want to just unplug and go over there and make sure everything's okay. We just have to hang up the phone and wonder.
I'm Marvin.
Care ambulance paramedic Marvin Aaron and his partner assessed Benjamin's injuries.
Okay, I am.
The wound on his left forearm was particularly bad, and Benjamin was unable to move some of his fingers and had no sensation in his fingers.
You feel me touching you down here? No. You can't feel that? Can you wiggle your fingers for me?
Usually children don't handle injuries of this nature well, and because he kept a cool head, and because he was such a nice boy, my heart just went out to him.
He didn't have any color to his face at all. And his lips were white. And he kept saying to me, "Mom, I can't feel my arms. I can't feel my arms." And when he was telling me that, I thought, God, he's not going to ever be able to use them again.
Benjamin was admitted to Rogue Valley Medical Center, where he was examined by plastic surgeon Ronald Warland.
Dr. Warland here.
When Ben came in, the hand was alive, so I knew that one of the arteries at least was functional. Well, it looks like we've got all of the tendons cut. The surgery required repairing 9 tendons to the hand, both of the major nerves, and of course the skin defect which had occurred when he fell through the window. All the dominant hand, and it's going to do fine.
It's going to be okay.
I know, but you should have seen this. We didn't think he'd ever be able to use his arm. I really thought do normal things again. Be a little boy. He loves to play, jump and run and swing on the monkey bars, and I never realized until that point how you take for granted being able to do things like that. An arm is a precious thing.
The nerves are repaired with a very fine material under the microscope. Because the stitches are so small, one never knows whether or not the nerve will work or the tendons will work. We had a probably 70% chance of the nerves functioning.
After months of grueling physical therapy, Benjamin has completely regained the use of his arms. No one is more thankful than his father, Charles.
He could have died. He could have bled to death if it wasn't for the fact of Michael and the Millers and 911 and the paramedics and all the doctors. And I just thank them very much because they helped save Benjamin's life. He's a walking miracle.
Hi, Mike. Oh, wow.
It was really scary. I didn't think I would be able to use my arms again. But I feel fine. I can use my hand. I can swing on the monkey bars.
This time I'll just skip one, too.
And the first time that he ran and grabbed a monkey bar and jumped on it, all of us cried. It was a real magic moment. When I see him out playing, my heart just leaps. And the term "hold me, Mom" takes on a whole new meaning. Just give me a hug with both arms. It takes on a whole new meaning.
Come on, Ben.
When he got home every night, I slept by him on the floor because I wanted to be with him the whole time. I love my brother a lot. I'm just glad he's alive. If he was dead, I don't know what I would do. I don't even know if I could live if he would die.
Where you going?
I look forward to that nothing else bad will happen and everything will go good in our life.
By choosing to get involved.
Recently, the city of Grants Pass officially recognized all the people who helped save Benjamin's life that day.
Benjamin Sherrard.
I'm happy to see Ben happy. We bonded. Truthfully, the best gift I could ever have is seeing a kid have fun. I will remember him. I think I always will.
Michael Sherrard. Sue Illian, the dispatcher at the control center.
I don't even get near glass now. I just want to thank everybody that saved my life.
Next.
My daughter tugged on my sleeve and said, "Is that lady snoring? She's breathing funny." I knew when I saw her that I needed to do something right away.
Call 911.
On November 1st, 1992, in Austin, Texas, Hazel Muraview decided to take in a movie with her friend, 77-year-old Beatrice Bowles.
I got acquainted with Beatrice when I moved into the apartment that I live in. And she's the first friend that I made there. And she's still my best friend right there. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I got other friends. It was a nice day, and we just wanted to get out, and we wanted to see this picture. A river runs through it.
Half as long.
I'm going back to the bathroom. We were watching the movie, and Bea reached over and says, "I don't feel too good. I'm going to go to the bathroom."
Good. Now throw it away.
For 1,000 years, it's not the place to make your own blood change that condition.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Okay.
I kind of took hold of her hand, and her hand was very, very cold.
Had you rather go home? No, I'll be all right in just a few minutes. Just in a few minutes.
Thus, the good things we receive from thee, and as often as we fall into sin, we look upon it.
I think we better go home. B. Oh, my goodness.
Lisa Geibel and her 2 children were seated next to Beatrice.
My daughter tugged on my sleeve and said, "Mommy, is that lady snoring? She's breathing funny."
B.
I knew when I saw her that I needed to do something right away.
B.
My father had a pacemaker put in a year ago, and I was there when he had those attacks and scared me to death, and the similarity was striking to me.
Call 911.
Yes, this is over at the Arbor 7.
Yes, sir.
And there is a elderly female, slightly overweight.
Is she breathing right now?
I do not know.
Can you go check for me?
I will
or is there
be glad
someone
to do
that you
that
can...
and get the information right back to you.
Okay.
Is anybody a doctor? Is anybody a doctor? Is there a doctor here?
I'm a nurse. Can I help?
Finally, this man stood up and said, "I'm a nurse. Can I help you?" And I said, "Yes." My emotional state was just panic.
Ma'am?
Don Ritchie, a licensed vocational nurse, assessed Beatrice.
The sound she was making was just a gurgle. There was no viable respirations. I knew she was in cardiac arrest.
From the back of the theater, medical student Quincy Ford noticed the commotion.
You do mouth-to-mouth, I'll do compressions.
Y'all need some help?
In just a minute.
I just said, "Hey, I know CPR," and I had no idea who he was. We both just had this main goal, and that was to help this older woman.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. We'll switch on 5, 1, 1,000.
I became tired. I started getting real dizzy in the head, and I let the man know that I didn't want to pass out on him.
No pulse, continue CPR.
It's one thing to breathe into that CPR dummy that everyone works on, but to breathe into an actual person, it's really hard.
Dr. Mark Gordon also happened to be in the theater.
Even in the best of situations, only a certain percentage of people survive a situation like that. So at that time, I didn't think that her chances might be good.
Within 5 minutes of the call, Shift Commander Paramedic Bobby Gutierrez arrived on the scene.
2. How long has she been down? And 4. But let me get around.
I found the heart rhythm to be in ventricular fibrillation, which is a lethal arrhythmia. The heart is quivering, so she's clinically dead.
Still defibbed. Clear. Still defibbed.
He defibrillated her once,
Continue CPR.
and then there was still no response. I continued breathing for her.
2 and 3 and 4 and
Charging
5.
again.
With every minute that goes by, the chances of survival are decreasing. Every second that ticks by, the chances are worse and worse.
Check for a pulse.
Clear.
I started crying when they were working on her on the floor because I thought she was dead, or would be. I didn't think she would live through it.
360.
Okay.
We defibrillated her 3 times.
Still defibbed.
And she didn't show much of a response. And that's bad.
No pulse.
Okay, continue CPR.
By the time additional advanced life support units arrived, Beatrice had been without a pulse for nearly 15 minutes.
Continue CPR. Continue CPR.
I didn't want to leave. I want to see her eyes. I want to see her open her eyes.
Okay, let's stand by and check for a pulse.
When EMS was ready to intubate the woman, I got up. And when I got up, I saw her face, and right then I was completely sure that it was a wasted effort, that this woman was not going to respond.
Out of here, bud.
Great. What do we have on the monitor?
Sinus rhythm on the monitor.
Okay.
ST.
It's
Okay.
faint, but it's there.
They didn't seem to be getting any results. And then I heard someone say that they had got a beat.
We've got the line going.
Okay.
It was amazing because the paramedic, he said,
"Can you open your eyes?" And I was really shocked. And she opened her eyes, and my heart just fell to the bottom of my chest. And I said, "Oh, God," I wanted to kiss her.
Beatrice Vowles, a 77-year-old grandmother of 2, was hospitalized for 3 weeks, but recovered from her heart attack without any serious after effects.
I had a checkup the first of the month, and the doctor said I was doing great. And I said, if I'm doing so great, let me have my car back. I'm still fussing about that, but I'm doing great, though. I feel good. I walk every day. I'm on a diet. Everyone comes and says, "B, if it ever happens to me, I hope I'm as lucky as you were." The luck of the Irish, why not?
Recently, Beatrice got a chance to meet the people who worked together to help save her life.
They asked me if I'd like to meet her, and I said, "Oh, yes, of course. I'd love to meet her." And I looked at her and I said, this was really corny. I said, "Hi, I'm Quincy." And she had like this color in her eye, and I said, "She's alive." And I said, "Thank you, God."
I lost my own grandmother this year, and last night I realized I was given the opportunity to help someone else's grandmother or give back their grandmother to them, and that meant a great deal to me.
Yes, you did.
She just fought the odds. All the odds were against her, and she fought them and beat them, and it's just remarkable. It doesn't happen very often. It was good to see a positive ending for a change.
Are you Dr. Barr?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm so glad to see you.
Really good to see you.
I was afraid you would. It's all like a story you would sit down and write. Why would people, perfect strangers, stop and do something like that for you? Because they're great people. They're wonderful. They saved my life. I'd been playing a harp somewhere right now. I'm doing all right. I'm doing fine.
We owe it to those we love most to learn CPR and basic life-saving techniques. You never know when you might need them. Courses are available through the American Red Cross and the American Heart Association. This series is dedicated to all the caring people who've made it a point to know what to do in an emergency. I'm William Shatner. Join us again next time for more true stories on Rescue 911.
Step out of the car, please.